be looking at the Q2 earnings for AliBABA. AliBABA is one of the stocks in my portfolio, and we have it in our several fund on AliBABA investment. While AliBABA might be Q2, other companies could be Q3, Q1, depending on when the companies start making their finances. However, the Q2 for AliBABA actually missed both top and bottom, but the stock actually did not go down. It went a little bit up, about 2 or 3%. It is trading around $83.94. There is more to AliBABA. Before you think about investing in AliBABA, even though I need to give you some, little background for AliBABA. AliBABA is the Chinese e-commerce giant, the pioneer. It is not just about shopping online for AliBABA, data center, cloud. They have a host of several stuff that you can do online. They have their own Facebook Live, Instagram Live, a lot of other things they do. In fact, WeChat or whatever is actually linked. They even have AliPay. So you can do everything on AliBABA. AliBABA has run into issues with the government, with Chinese government. That's not even the issue now. Chinese stocks have been in bear market for about 18 months or so now. So that is on one side. What you need to know again is AliBABA, the stock being Chinese, is susceptible to geopolitics between the US and China. The moment you have issues, or the issue between US and China escalated, watch it, AliBABA stock may actually tank. So you need to be careful when you evaluating AliBABA. Also, a practical example of stock is not the business. The business is not the stock. While AliBABA stock might have been in bear market for the last 18 months or so, the finances, the balance sheet is not. The business is doing well, while the stock is not doing well. The stock is not doing great. I have owned AliBABA since more than 2-3 years ago, and I have AliBABA stock in my portfolio that was around 315 or 18 or so till date. You see, when you say you hold on to stock for a long haul, forever, sometimes the adverse or the reverse is what you get. I've owned AliBABA for over some time. Let's not go into other discussion. I just want you to have some little background of AliBABA, which I think you already know now. Let's have a look at the details for AliBABA. Then we also have a look at their website for some of you who don't know AliBABA. We look at other businesses within that is linked to AliBABA, and within the area of product businesses that they do. They're involved with logistics, data center, AliPay, a lot of stuff. We'll have a look at that. But then let's have a look at the detail for this particular earnings. Details of the earnings are the actual revenue is 29.1 billion. What was estimated was 29.5 billion. While the EPS is $1.82, what was expected is $1.85. But the stock actually popped around 7% or so, trading around $83.94. Sometimes stock price will go up while the company misses earnings, and sometimes, other times, the company will beat its earnings and the stock will go down. There are several reasons why these things happen. Let's have a look at the website for AliBABA. Let's have a look at the details of the earnings line by line. Let us see which of the aspect of the business is doing great, which one is lacking behind, which one we think is giving more revenue. So let's have a look at it. Here is the corporate website for AliBABA. As you can see, this is the news. African Business Hero Crown 2022 winner from Tanzania. AliBABA wraps up 11.11 after deploying avatars, loyalty perks, and robots to bolster GMV. AliBABA Worldwide Tech for Future. AliBABA is into cloud technology. This is the Damo Academy unveils the artificial intelligence. This is about the share buyback. Alibaba actually did about $20 billion, uh, yeah, share buyback from last year or so. So it's still on. I mean, for the corporate website, there's a lot you can still see. This is the investor relation about US ESG needs and resources. So there's a lot you can actually see. I mean, you can once you click on it, you can actually experience see what else you as an investor you can see on their website. But then when we talk about the Alibaba shopping that people know worldwide, this is the Alibaba shopping website where you can apparently buy anything from all over the world, and they are in different sector. You know, there was a time Alibaba had the issue of um, where people who vendors who or merchants who are trading on Alibaba who are affiliated with Alibaba website cannot do business with other sectors. You know, Alibaba trying to monopolize the business one way or the other, which he was penalized. As you can see, even machineries are available on Alibaba, all sorts of machinery, having anything that you can think of, absolutely anything, from China. And I can tell you, they are into different sectors. We will have a look at the different sectors which Alibaba operate. The ecosystem for Alibaba. They have the Alipay, the Ant Financial, um, the T-Mall. Most of different things that you can think of as long as it's online based. So this is for the website. uh, for those who do shopping. I know a lot of people do items of clothing, which even from Nigeria. I mean, you can sell for global seller, for Chinese seller, partner programs, things like that. You can tell that I am actually using this site from Nigeria. As you can see, this is Nigerian flag. So ready to ship. A lot of other stuff. But for the purpose of this video, we were looking at the Q2 earnings for Alibaba, which also under the investor relations. So let's have a look at. Let's go back. Let's come back here, where we have Alizila news from Alibaba. Here it talks about the Alibaba upside share buyback, core profit beat Wall Street forecast. Now let's go down here. You have it here. Q2 adjusted EBITDA plus 24% year over year to 6.09 billion, above forecast. Losses narrowed to Taobao deals. Taobao is under Alibaba as well. Tao share, they have different businesses under the umbrella of Alibaba. So here you have Alibaba Group said on Thursday it will enlarge its stock repurchase programs by 15 billion and extend it till the end of 2025, showing commitment to improving shareholders' returns. The platform company second quarter core earnings beat stock analyst forecast as it tightened cost control and delivered revenue growth despite a challenging economic backdrop. The share closed 7.8% higher on Wall Street. Now, Alibaba adjusted EBITDA and non-GAAP. I assume that you know the meaning of EBITDA and non-GAAP and GAAP. Okay, so jumped 24% year over year. This is the Chinese currency, the yuan, but this is in dollar is 6.09 billion for the quarter ended September, above consensus prediction of above, 38 RMB 38 billion, compiled by Thompson and um, separately by Bloomberg. We delivered solid result this past quarter despite ongoing macroeconomic challenges, which is a testament to resilient business model and unmatched customer value proposition, said Daniel Zhang, Alibaba chairman and chief executive officer in a statement. China retail sector has been grappling with spikes in COVID-19 cases this year that have prompted rolling lockdown, supply chain bottleneck, and deepening customer sentiment, said sector analysts. If you have been following the news, you would have known that the COVID-19 is still widespread in China, and there's been zero lockdown in places where those things are still, I mean, COVID is still rampant. China total retail sales of social consumer goods between January and September hiked out a gain of 0.7 over year, according to country National Bureau of Statistics. Meanwhile, per capita disposable income and consumption expenditure nationwide over the same period registered a real increase of 3.2% and 1.5% over year, respectively. Alibaba quarterly revenue rose 3% year-over-year to RMB 207.18 billion. Against this backdrop, in China commerce retail business customer management revenue, mainly marketing services and commission, fell 7% year-over-year. Looking ahead, stock analysts said Alibaba stand to um, benefit from China's recovery. We consider it in a sweet spot to embrace the reopening story, thanks to the huge and engaging user base with the pursuit of successful customer segmentation strategies coupled with wide product section, said analysts at Jeffries, including Thomas Chung, in a report to investors. On a call with analysts, management took a confident note. We have taken note to the latest adjustment in China COVID-related policies and the proactive commentary from the relevant government regulators about promoting the uh, digital economy and high-quality development platform business, said Zhang. See, this is in China. This is a picture of one of their deliveries in China. Gross merchandise value (GMV) generated on digital marketplace Taobao and Tmall dipped by a slow single-digit year-over-year, mainly due to soft consumption demand and the pandemic, as well as ongoing competition. This quarter, the drop in CMR was bigger than decline in overall GMV because shoppers returned more um, purchases as COVID restriction impeded deliveries. Live stream commerce tend to have a higher return related market. A return became easier. Alibaba CMR take rate calculation does not account for other returns. Additionally, paid reviews from algorithm-driven discovery recommendation grew, but Alibaba monetization of traffic was less efficient, resulting in a lower take part in the short term. The algorithm-driven discovery recommendation grew. You know, when you are on the website, I mean, you see that some recommendations come based on the things you've done before. So it's under the AI, artificial intelligence. Anyway, looking forward, we will adopt the changes in our user traffic composition and introduce better monetization product to ensure the long-term stability of our platform. Take rate. Alibaba Zhang told analysts on a conference call, "We deliver solid result this past quarter despite ongoing macro environment challenges." Daniel Zhang, Alibaba chairman and CEO. Share buyback. Alibaba said its board of directors had approved an increase in the group existing share repurchase program by 15 billion and extended the program through the end of March 2025. Share buyback is a way of putting money back into investors. So the price Alibaba American depository receipt has fallen roughly a third in a year to date. According to Bloomberg data of Thursday, 91% of analysts have a buy rating on Alibaba and 2% have a sell rating. For the purpose of this video, Elite Pro also has a buy rating for um, Alibaba. The trust of our shareholder has enabled Alibaba development over the past 23 years, and we are committed to improving shareholder returns, said Alibaba Zhang. As its shares have slipped lower, Alibaba has ramped up its buyback program. Earlier this year in March, Alibaba said it will hike its share repurchase program to 25 billion from 15 billion running into 2 years through March 2024, boosting shareholder return. As you can see, this is the data for the, chart for the um, buyback. As of November 16, Alibaba has repurchased about 18 billion worth of shares under its existing 25 billion program. Free cash flow, which is very key. Free cash flow, a non-GAAP measurement of liquidity, was RMB 35.7 billion, which is a Chinese currency, up 61% compared with RMB 22.24 billion in September, uh, in the same quarter of 2021. We believe Alibaba did everything it could to create shareholder value in the current macro condition, said analysts including Alex Yao at JP Morgan when they handed a report card to investors. We think the street may lift earnings forecast due to the company greater than expected cost control effort. They added volatile times. This is a chart for the volatile times. As you can see, sculpting operation more disciplined, splendid helped narrow losses at business units. Taobao deals, Taosha, Lazada, Freshippo, and Yoku. Cost control also boosted margin at the company's biggest revenue engine, China commerce. Alibaba quarterly non-GAAP net income climbed 19% year-over-year to RMB 33.82 billion, a metric that excludes the impact of fluctuation in the fair value of investment. Non-GAAP diluted earnings per ADS was RMB 12.92, up 15% year-over-year and higher than the Thomson consensus forecast of about RMB 11.62 and Bloomberg consensus forecast of about RMB 11.21. Alibaba China commerce segment, including retail and wholesale operation, generated quarterly revenue RMB 135.43 billion, down 1% year-over-year. Reduced losses at Taobao deals and Taosha helped boosted, adjusted margin to 32% in quarter from 30% a year earlier. An efficiency drive gathered pace across the ecosystem during the quarter. Value for money platform Taobao deals retain chain Freshippo and Taoshashi, which offers consumer a next day pickup service for grocery and fresh goods in the neighborhood, all significantly narrow losses year to year. See, these are all the other businesses within the Alibaba ecosystem, which maybe we don't need to do all these. So let's move on to um, let's have a look at the nitty-gritty numbers. Yeah, here you have September quarter 2022 result, November 17. This is the picture of Alibaba ecosystem. As you can see, all the businesses within them, the Taobao and the logistics, Amped, Ant Financial, and Alipay, and also all sorts. Financial highlight. I mean, you can have a look at this financial highlight in your own time, but it compares 3 months ended September 30 compared to that of last year. In this sort of things, you compare uh, quarter to quarter. So this is 2021 to 2022. So the difference. Let's have a look at the cost and revenue expenses. As you can see, for 2022, 2022 is a bit higher than 2021. 2021 is 127,331 and 130 here. So as you can see, this quarter is far better than the same period of last year. Let's have a look. Income statement selected financials. I want to see if we have the cash flow here. Cash flow is king. Cash flow and balance sheet selected financials. So as you can see, um, expenditure, net cash used in investment. The figures I want you to see are from, this is for 2021, 33. This is for 2022, uh, 20, 2022. Okay, this is in the USD form, which is a Chinese currency. But then, as you can see, the 2022 is far better. So under the balance sheet as well, these are actually the key that you should actually look at. Even though we have gone through the highlight, but then you need to look at the cash balance. As you can see here, you have 492.380, and here you have for the same equivalent period with the dollar is $73.806 million, which is as of 30 uh, September 30, 2022. So, guys, you can have a look at all these in your own time. Let's quickly look. Okay, here you have um, China Commerce, Taobao, Tmall, Freshippo, Alibaba Health. Just to tell you that they are also in health sector as well. So Alibaba is in a host of different things. This is uh, AliExpress for the logistics, as you can see. Uh, International commerce, Lazada, Daraz. So Alibaba is in a lot of businesses that you might not even know until you come on their investor relation, that you will see that they're into a lot of stuff. Alibaba Cloud, we already know that they are into the IT and the cloud business as well. So and here digital media and entertainment, Yoku, as you can see, you know. So for Alibaba, it's much more than the shopping online. Let's have a look at the um, technical chart for the price action. Under the technical chart, as you can see here on the weekly chart, the market capitalization is 209 billion. The shares in float is 1916.9 million. The shares outstanding is 2662.4 million. The EPS rating is 72. The EPS growth is 15%. The P ratio is 11. Return on equity is 15%, and cash flow is $9.87. And as you can see from the past EPS from 2016, Alibaba has always been very positive. You know, Alibaba is one of those stocks that you see that the stock is doing differently from what the financial balance sheet is doing. Um, Here, the close of as of 25th 11 2022, which is also 24th, the market is yet to open. Alibaba is closed at $78 50 cent. 52 weeks high, 52 weeks low. 52 weeks high is 138, and 52 weeks low is $58. As I said, my Alibaba, I own Alibaba from when Alibaba was around 309% or 319, which was the highest or so. But then it's a classical of when you want to hold a stock forever. These are the kind of stuff that happens, and you go through it. Here we have ownership funds. Alibaba, the fund own 9% of Alibaba, Bank 0%. Under the checklist, as you can see, the Peter Lynch, he passed 6 out of 8. Warren Buffett is actually 14 out of 16, which is very well. He did good. Benjamin Graham, 10 out of 13. Market technical, you can see Alibaba is actually below, is trading above 10 weeks moving average, but below 40 weeks moving average. Let's have a look at the price action here. You can see that you don't need a suicide to tell you that this stock has been trending down, even though we are in a bear market, you know. But it just tell you that for the last 18 months, Alibaba has been trending down. So we also have it here like this, and I can say that there was a period of sideways, which also it, it has broken the level of resistance on the upside, but it's sitting on a support here, which is also the 50-day or 40, 15-day, 15 weeks moving average. Sorry about that, 15 weeks moving average. But this appears to be a bullish engulfing, but this is on a weekly chart. So this week so far, the stock has not really performed. So it's been a bearish signal. Let's have a look at it on a daily chart. On a daily chart, you actually don't need a ceasefire to tell you, as I said, the stock has been trending downward. There are times that it would come out of the channel, but it would come back in. As you can see, we've had higher, higher, this is higher low, this is higher higher, this is higher higher, this is higher low. So it has been within this channel for some time, but it appears that we might actually be on a bullish move now with Alibaba. But then, guys, you need to be careful with Alibaba, just like every other stock. As I said, Alibaba is also susceptible to geopolitical tension between China and the US. So it is much more than the technical. It includes fundamental information and the geopolitics and geopolitical tension between China and Russia, especially when it has to do with Taiwan. So please be careful, do your valuation, and far above valuation, it is the geopolitics or geopolitical tension between China and the US. So guys, be careful. Guys, you have seen the earnings, the Q2 earnings for Alibaba. You have seen the line by line. You've seen the details of it. You've also seen what they do. You have seen their website. You have seen the array of their businesses. As I said, be careful with Alibaba. Alibaba has a lot to do with geopolitics, and the issue of delisting is still hanging, whether it will be delisted or no, or not. One thing you should know: there's nothing like free market. There's nothing like government, and one government is not interfering. The issue with Alibaba, it is more to do with fundamentals than technical. And as we know, fundamentals supersede technicals. And we also know that balance sheet, making sure the balance sheet, the book, is perfect, doing better, is far more important than the technicals. Because when you know the business is doing well, you will have that confidence to hold on to the stock, even when the stock is going down 50 to 70%. You have seen all that. Please do your evaluation. While we rate Alibaba as buy in Elite Pro, it doesn't mean you should go and buy it. It means that you should do your own valuation to be sure that it is good for you. Thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing. We will continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Please call again.